here I am. Look at this. Gucci. Yep, you can see the vintage on that. That is proper hardware. Unlike Gucci of today. €20. Clean it up. Shine it up like proper hardware. Can I tell you the lens in these eyewears are fantastic. Just reminding you that any eyewear of today, whether it's Gucci, well, let's just talk about Gucci, is now owned, what year these are from. And Arezzo's fantastic for finding little gems. What else have I found today? Oh, I'll tell you what I found. Beautiful. I tell you, I've had enough. It's too hot. We've got a nice breeze, but I'll show you what else I found. The Italian lira coin turned into a ring. I think that's really cute. It's a memorabilia when my family would come from Italy to Australia and just bring me. I always remember playing with the Italian lira coin. So I'm here in Arezzo. It's actually my city. It's a whopping 30 plus. Hear the church bells. There is a lot of spectacular. Oh God, I'm trying not to hit that here. There's a lot of spectacular jewelry here, vintage, all made in Florence and Tuscany. Whether it's charms, whatever you're looking for. And I've had enough today. You can get antique furniture. I've bought a couple of pieces. I've to die for tablecloths. I'll put this in this video. In fact, this video is going to just be talking about Gracie's little luxury find that I would say are highly recommended if you've got the cash to splash. And the Hermes, vintage, Gucci, Fendi, from scarves to rings to tablecloths that you could turn into upcycle to a wedding dress. I'm at an age where luxury, according to me, is just finding things that remind me of who I am in my travel journeys. My clothes are my travel journey souvenirs. So this is from Vietnam, Thai linen, Venice earrings, great hat, a brand I used to work with, vintage Gucci, and the list goes on and on. And here, like in here, there is a fantastic atelier from Tuscany, from leather bags to jewellery. So when you're coming to Italy, if you're here in Arezzo, which is once a month, at the end of the month, the vintage market, there's so much to find. If I compare it to Lucca, it's the same people. I find Lucca has a little bit more different and quality stuff regarding handbags. I find it's cheaper as well. I find that it all comes down to your bartering skills. So today, yep, I bought pieces. Like, did I need another pair of eyewear? But these are not, they're €30. They're vintage. The lens on this is fantastic. And the quality eyewear, vintage 50, 60, 70 years ago was great. Not now. Don't buy Gucci, Prada now. Ugh, even Versace. It's just cheap hardware, all made in China. Go for an Italian brand that is made in Italy, and without the look at that, without the luxury labels. Luxury, Gucci, Prada and all them are not what they used to be. Dolce & Gabbana exhibition had lots of frames like this. You can replicate that. I can replicate that. I got a beautiful, bought a beautiful. Look at that. So as I said, I won't go in, but in Arezzo they have gorgeous, open every day except, well, even on Sunday, vintage shops. You can buy some gorgeous stuff. The sun's going down. I want to return to my swimming pool, my beautiful Tuscan villa or country home. Bring your fan. Oh, that looks good as well. A little panini. Pots. You can get your hands on these pots. Do so. They're not cheap. They range from 100 to 700, but they're really, really brilliant. Here's another, and the vintage shops here in Arezzo are really stylish, beautiful shopping. And oh, let's go here. Here's another vintage shop. If I go in here now, I'll find good things. Oh. Good afternoon and welcome to Tuscany. This is Luxury According to Gracie, and I'm all about vintage. For me, my clothing are my travel souvenir, and when it comes to eyewear, which I need and love, I don't buy new eyewear anymore. I scout for vintage. Just have a look at this. Now, these are vintage Gucci. They look fantastic. I've cleaned them all up. What's amazing about this is that the lens, I don't know how old these are. I think they're at least 30 years old. I will tomorrow buy silver, and that'll even shine up. But look at the beauty of this. I mean, the Gucci of today's utter rubbish. Look at this. When made in Italy, it was made in Italy, like 100%. Loxdoxia, I never can say it. It's now owned by China. You see the difference in the luxury eyewear. They're just utter rubbish. There's no other way to explain it. Look at what once was Gucci. Look at that. I mean, that will be absolutely gorgeous when I shine it up. What I've done, I've used toothpaste, bicarbonate soda. Whenever you buy vintage eyewear, make sure you just clean it straight away. Look at the details. See that green in all that? This is proper. I think this is silver. Isn't that just gorgeous? And they look stunning on. Wait till you see this polished up. And the lens, like the lenses in the last 10 years of any of my eyewear, just scratch, hideous. There's not a scratch on this lens. Like, what is it made of? You can see the wear and tear there a little bit, but that's the charm. Oh my goodness, look at that. The classic G Gooch. Very Art Deco, or very palatial, a pillar from a building here in Italy. What does it remind you of? Isn't that adorable? That will just polish out. I've used toothpaste and bicarb soda, but I'm going to get proper silver cleaner, and we're going to shine this up. Look at the colour of this. It feels brilliant on. This is beautifully. Look at the way it's made internally here. And if anyone knows what era this would be, these are just, the moment I saw them, the moment I put them on, I thought, yeah, these are mine. €30. And no one in the world will have these Gucci eyewear. I've made a pack that no more eyewear from any luxury brand. Not worth it. They're just utter rubbish. You can check it out on my YouTube. But look at that. And as I said, I mean, how can a lens, let's say they're 30, 40, 50 years old, cannot have one scratch? What is this lens made of? Isn't that just beautiful? I'm so excited. Look at the work. Can we go a bit closer? That's got to be silver. Look at it there. Very Art Deco. Isn't that just incredible. Don't worry about all that green. The silver will get rid of that tomorrow, and then I'll show you again. But I was just so excited. 100% once was made in Italy. Now, Italy does have their own eyewear that you can buy that is 100% made just out of Venice. Highly recommend that. Just let's go a closer look. That is just beautiful. Even the screws. My eyewear today, always screws come out. Look, I'll just say it again. These look incredible on what history. Follow me. This is luxury according to Gracie. Really unique, one of a kind. My clothing and accessories are my travel souvenir. Arezzo, put it in my YouTube. You can find some fantastic gems. What do you think of these? And they look really cool on as well.